What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus Ally X and Z1 Extreme gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're checking out Jurassic World Evolution 3. Had to do something while I'm waiting for be able to do the other two games, so I figured, screw it, I'll do the third game. And by the time I'm done doing that, I should be able to start on the other computers on the first game, and so on and so forth. We'll see how well that idea pans out, though. Either way, why don't we stop blabbing? Let's get that Z1 Extreme hooked up to the capture computer, and let's go get started with a little gameplay. So, we're going to do 1080p first, like we usually do. 1080p high. Then we'll move on to 720 or 900p medium and 720p low to finish it up. And it seems like 720p low is getting pretty decent FPS, so I didn't even really bother with my settings in this game. But anyway, why don't we now get to some gameplay?
This place is shaping up faster than I expected. The benefit of hiring the right park manager, eh? I mean, just take a step back and look at what you've done already. This site is our very own window into prehistoric Montana. Diplodocus? Check. Lokiceratops? Check. Corythosaurus? Well, here we go. Delivery successful. Now, we better make sure those dinosaurs are loving their new home. I mean, I'm sure they are, but I pride myself on being a good host. Or at least a passable one.
They could certainly be more comfortable here. Balancing comfort between multiple species can be a challenge.
Generator getting refueled.
So for now, 900p, medium settings. I'm not gonna lie, this one barely seemed like it made a difference. This game really needs some low action, unfortunately. I wished that it could do, just like medium and still stay above 30 all the time, but as you can see from this menu, it's just not happening. But anyway, let's get into a little gameplay anyway.
Is it just me, or do those dinosaurs not look as happy as the Lokiceratops?
Like many species, they need males in their herd to truly thrive. Male dinosaurs are rather rare, though, so there's little we can do. Perhaps Din isn't a good fit for the conservation sector. Your work is inspiring, but the dinosaurs need something extraordinary if they're to get a foothold in the wild.
You know, the dinosaurs aren't adapting fast enough to reproduce on their own. The course of natural history is trying to reassert itself, and you simply cannot fight nature.
But we could work with it. I know of a research station developing not only male dinosaur synthesis, but sustainable breeding programs too. If it will earn your support, I suggest that we all head there immediately.
Just to check, we're, coming back here, right?
Oh, we must. If that research succeeds, we have to return to reintroduce male dinosaurs to these herds.
All right, my bags are packed, so let's go.
720p now, low settings. Which still can't get us 60. I thought we got 60 earlier, but nope, I was thinking of a different game. There's 3 of these, so they all meld together, you know? Especially when they're all the same name. Just different numbers. But alright, I'd say that's good. Let's get to gaming, shall we?
Well, you know, I've been to a tropical island harboring so-called groundbreaking research before, and I felt this same mix of sheer wonder and utter dread back then, too. I'm more, optimistic about what I'll find this time around, but still, if I may, a word of advice, build more places to hide than you think you need. Aloha, Hawaii!
This is not a vacation, Mr. Finch. We are here to support pioneering research on dinosaur breeding. And to that end, I'm pleased to introduce you all to Dr. Luis Baldera, a leading paleoecologist. Dr. Baldera, the room is yours.
Hey, good to meet you all. Truth be told, I wasn't expecting help so soon. Kira seemed pretty insistent that it has to be now, though, so I'm definitely gonna make the most of it.
Well, you know, we're all dying to see how this works out. Well, hopefully not literally dying.
Dr. Baldera has done quite well on his own, but many minds make light research. We'll need a control center so that we can hire scientists for the project.
We should hook that building up to the path network, too. Science by candlelight is great for atmosphere, but less great for productivity.
I decided to try my settings anyway. Since I couldn't get 60, I decided to just try to make it look a little better. No matter what I tried, I couldn't really get it to be, you know, over 30 at 900p, so had to stick with 720, but we were at least able to turn some stuff up. Like pretty much all the environment, which is the stuff that matters the most, we were able to turn up. And still stay over 30, at least in the level I'm at. But anyway, let's go get a little gameplay.
Scientists have a variety of skills, but researching male synthesis will require experience in genetics. Please hire whomever you think can do the job.
That's the genetic skill requirements sorted. Scientists aren't free, so let's not hire more than we need for now, huh?
Okay, first off, we're gonna need a science center. See, while parthenogenesis is a thing, that's reproduction without a mate. Dinosaur breeding typically requires a pair. Male dinosaurs are uncommon in the wild, but we can create our own with a bit of clever research. That's where the Science Center comes in.
Personnel, please report to the newly opened Science Center.
Dr. Baldera.
Now we'll start all over on the X at 1080p, and we'll just do the same thing. Do 1080p high here, then we'll do 900p medium, which unfortunately didn't make much of a difference. We gained a couple FPS, but we usually gain a lot more than that. Then we'll do 720p low, and then we'll do 720p with my settings. And then, of course, the camera for the gameplay after that. But now, it is time to get to gaming.
No one's gonna want to visit these sites if they can't see the dinosaurs. Look, this isn't my area of expertise, but the math is simple enough. Impressive prehistoric animals plus well-placed viewing galleries equals more guests. Take those guests and subtract their spending money, and that equals a very happy Cabot Finch, huh? How's that for showing you're working out? The point is, always make sure an enclosure has good dinosaur visibility if we're to make this a sustainable endeavor. A well-positioned viewing building is worth its weight in, well, concrete and reinforced glass.
Now for non-harpy medium settings. And like I said earlier, it doesn't make that big of a difference. Tiny difference, sure, but not a huge one, unfortunately. Usually makes quite a big difference to where it goes from not being very playable to almost playable to being very playable. This one's like, nah, you're still going to drop under 30. But anyway, let's now get some gameplay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
Hey, did our expedition team make it back all right? Did they, find anything good?
Use the Science Center to extract genetic information from the fossils they bring back. This is a task best done by scientists skilled in genetics.
And anything not rich in genetic information could still make us rich in petty cash. So don't be shy about selling things either.
Ooh, while we're laying the foundation of the project, let's build a hatchery too. Can't breed dinosaurs without hatching a few eggs, right?
Now that you can exert more control over embryonic hormones, it's time to synthesize your first male Maiasaura. Just think, generations of dinosaurs engineered to be female, and now we're purposefully unshackling them. Incredible.
If I may, I can only hope that all the consequences of this are being considered. I know they're not, of course, but, you know, I do love to hope.
We are considering every outcome in this research. Your concern is understandable, but unfounded.
Unfounded? Jeez, what a thing to say. My concern has...
Now for 720p low, which still couldn't get us 60 in this game. Which makes me think the fourth game will be not nearly impossible to run, if there ever is one. But alright, that is the bottom. Let's go get some gameplay, shall we?
Caution. So, not unfounded.
Yes, I misspoke. Your experience is evident, but We are not Biosyn, Doctor. We are not InGen. Try to see this work with fresh eyes, optimistic eyes.
Well, I'm very optimistic, so let's keep on going. I'm never gonna be a fan of more outgoing costs, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna need scientists with skills in welfare to actually get incubation going.
Today. Simply.
So now, 720p my settings, we were able to turn some stuff up. Couldn't quite knit 900p. I wanted to, but it just wasn't happening. Unless you're okay with dropping under 60, or under, not 60, under 30, because it did quite often when I put it to that. Even with everything on low. It could get over 30 some spots, but then there were other spots that were like, nope, sorry buddy, you can't get over 30. And I'm like, ah, damn. But oh well, let's get some gameplay with these settings then.
Okay, let's incubate those eggs. Gotta love the hatchery, right? Amazing building. Life literally develops inside it.
Oh, hello there, history. Repeating yourself, I see. Hey, tell me, did meddling in nature work out well the first time?
Now for some
Next
camera-recorded
steps.
gameplay.
Right. We need to gather some genetic material if
Oh.
we're going to actually synthesize a male. But finding an appropriate dig site will take a head for logistics that I definitely don't have. Let's hire some practical thinkers.
Oh.
Now let's research a dig site with plenty of Maiasaura fossils.
Wonderful. There's surely no better choice to pioneer this research than a species whose name means good mother lizard.
Well, sure. What better reason to bring a breathing, thinking being into a strange new world than a lovely, apt name?
We'll need an expedition center to act as a base of operations for the dig. Let's construct one immediately.
All right.
Expeditions and me go way back. They're a crucial part of any site like this one, after all. See, we send teams out to dig sites where they collect fossils. Then we crack those fossils open and scoop out the genome, which lets us create dinosaurs. That wasn't the most scientific explanation, but it gets the idea across, right?
Indeed.
A whole lot of Maiasaura fossils and eggs were found in Montana's Egg Mountain dig site. Sounds like a prime expedition spot to me.
Oh, hey, that's not far from the dusty patch of paradise we just came from. Small world.
Smaller still when the continents were smushed together.
Fantastic. Our expedition is underway. Let's hope they bring back some great fossils, huh?
Yep, and if they don't, then they better not come back at all.
Keeping an eye on dinosaur
really.
welfare is a full-time job, and I don't want your attention stretched thin. That's when trouble starts. The ranger teams can handle it, but they'll need to be assigned to ranger posts to guide their patrols. Let's build some posts and get those rangers to work.
Okay.
Make sure the ranger posts cover any dinosaurs that you want your rangers to keep an eye on during their patrols. Looking good. Now just assign ranger teams to those posts and you're set.
Performing patrol duties.
Cover your patrol.
Maiasaura are not the only animals that this client cares about. So, while we have some time, please ensure that the other dinosaurs here are comfortable.
Okay, what do we got here? Is that what you are? No, you're not that. Are you that thing I need to look out for? So want some ground leaf, huh? Alright, ground leaf. Alright, what else? Oh, get over here. Alright, now we gotta go check out the whatever the heck that is. Paraceliopoplis? Yeah, I was always terrible with fucking, you know, his name. I sound like a fucking child trying to sound shit out. Dinosaurs are complicated. But where is this thing? I'm just gonna call him the parasuit. I can pronounce that part. Hell yeah. Where are you, parasuit? Are you the parasuit? Alright, I can't even like click on those. I don't know where those are. Are they in the same pen with these guys? That I just didn't notice? Here we go. What do you need? I can't really read what he wants, unfortunately. So, more cover. Wrong button. How's that? Alright, fuck it. There, you guys live in a forest now. I don't even know where you are now. Alright. Maybe I overreacted. Yeah, I don't know, maybe that's not saying cover, but unfortunately RAM takes up the whole thing, so hopefully we'll be able to figure this out on the X. Either way, let's go move on over there. Alright, let's get some camera recorded gameplay now. Alright, what do we got?
Dinosaur synthesis. It never gets any less magical, does it?
Those are some beautiful animals. And note how the male and female Maiasaura have different patterning, too.
Dimorphism in prehistoric animals. And given how rare males are in the wild, I suspect we still have so
Brown
much
fiber.
to discover.
Yes, indeed. And this is just the start. So, let's get those Maiasaura comfortable.
Brown fiber. There we go. Alright, what else do you guys want? Oh, here we go.
Okay, now we need to check our Maiasaura's breeding potential and compatibility.
Thank God they highlight that, because I wouldn't have been able to see it underneath those stats.
So I understand, you have ways of assessing their breeding capabilities, their fertility.
Oh, yes. There are chemical markers, but honestly, you can tell everything you need to just by observing the dinosaurs closely enough.
Interesting. Can you tell with humans, too?
You're in charge here, but do I actually have to answer that?
No. No, you do not.
Now, eventually you do plan to have breeding in your breeding program, right?
Yes, we do. But dinosaurs need an appropriate nest first. Replicating the natural conditions these animals need is what sets this research apart.
Aha! Artificially replicating nature. No doubt this will go completely according to plan, as it always does.
The conditions are right and the dinosaurs are happy. Now all we can do is wait.
Hey, hope I didn't miss the main attraction.
Oh, no, hello. Are you with the Ding Group?
Oh, no. Where are my manners? I'm Isaac Clement. Great to meet you. I do a lot of work with the entertainment sector, and they are very interested in this project of yours. Juveniles will meet huge crowds after all, so I have to see this for myself. But it's all good. I'll be patient.
Hey, patience. That's,
It is a
that's
virtue.
a refreshing thing to see. You know, if only those folks that preceded you had waited longer and planned more, maybe decided not to play with the genetic foundations of life with all the grace of a kid baking a cake for the first time. And by that I mean, you got to admire their ambition, but my God, the mess.
Okay, well, somebody's claimed the nest, so now we just gotta chill. Because like I said in the other videos, I'm not doing a damn thing that it doesn't tell me to do, because every time I do that, I run out of money and screw myself, and then have to restart. We should be fine as long as I listen to the exact things the tutorial is telling me to do. At least that's what I decided anyway. I cannot handle going off script. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I would not feel safe in that like basic outhouse with these giant dinosaurs walking around. Oh yeah, let's do this shit. Open egg lay.
Worked. We got eggs. See, you take care of the dinosaurs and they do what comes naturally. I can't wait for what comes next.
This seems like a good chance to talk about contracts. They're jobs you can pick up on the side to build your reputation with the industry sectors. And bring in a little extra cash while you're at it.
We need cash.
Here, let's get you started with one now.
Alright. But alright, we'll wait and do that on the next system. Let's wrap up.
Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Jurassic World Evolution 3, and it definitely was playable. Again, since it's newer, it's not going to get as good FPS as the older games did, but it's definitely playable, as long as you don't want 60 plus all the time. And I mean, maybe you could do that if you turned everything to very low, aggressive upscaling, and have it look like really horrible. Maybe you could touch 60 FPS average, but I don't see the point in all that in a game like this, where you move a camera around and take care of dinosaurs. This game is more about graphics, which is why I was like, alright, well, if I can't have my 60, I'll at least try to keep it over 30 while cranking the graphics up a little. So that's what I did. Now, I'm not saying my graphics settings are perfect, never are. That's just what I would do if this was my only system. I put it in, put someone in, or try to put myself in someone else's shoes, like this is my only system. How would I play on it? And that's what I would do. Even though I'm not a big fan of under 60, I mean, gotta make sacrifices if you want to play a game like this on a thing like this. And they actually seem to do a pretty good job for controllers in a game like this. I don't normally like playing a game like this with controllers, but they actually make it doable. It's not as fun as keyboard and mouse, but still doable. But anyway, that is all for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.